from towering skyscrapers to the Oval Office, a journey that spans from a real estate empire to the presidency of the United States, a leader who is both deeply loved and fiercely criticized. The most controversial and talked about figure of the 21st century, Donald Trump. But how did he get here? Today we are telling his entire story, from the very beginning to the heights of American politics. It didn't begin in the glittering streets of New York. The story finds its roots in a small, humble town in Germany. The year 1885. Donald Trump's grandfather, Friedrich, was just 16 years old, with almost nothing in his pockets, and leaving behind only a heartfelt goodbye letter to his family. He boarded a ship bound for America. Once he reached New York, he spent 6 years working as a barber's apprentice. He worked tirelessly, day after day, saving every cent he could for a better future. But in the brutal competition of New York, it was hard to get ahead. So, Friedrich decided to try his luck further north and moved to Canada. There, he opened restaurants and entertainment venues catering to miners. This strategic move brought him his first fortune. As the gold rush ended, he sold his businesses and returned to New York as a wealthy man. With this capital, Friedrich began buying up cheap land in New York. He was on the verge of becoming a major real estate mogul when he suddenly fell victim to the Spanish flu and passed away. After his father's sudden death, his son, Fred Trump, took the reins. Fred was disciplined, hard-working, and a very tough character. During the years of World War II, he took on government contracts and built thousands of homes in New York. He turned the family company into one of the city's greatest powers. And so, Donald Trump was born in 1946, right in the middle of this massive wealth, with servants, private staff, and a 23-room mansion. Donald was, quite literally, a privileged child. By the time he was in elementary school, he was technically a millionaire on paper, thanks to trusts his father set up for him. Even his nanny's salary was paid from his own accounts. When Donald turned 10, Fred Trump began taking him to construction sites to learn the business from the ground up. But Donald was a restless child, and he didn't like following the rules. Because of his rebellious nature, his father sent him to a military boarding school at the age of 13. This school became the greatest turning point in Donald's life. Here, he didn't just learn discipline, he learned to win at any cost. For him, there was only one rule left: always be the best, and make sure everyone knows it. He graduated with honors, became a cadet captain, and returned to civilian life with a powerful character. The year 1968, he finished his economics degree at the University of Pennsylvania. By 1971, he took charge of the empire his father had built. His first move was to give the company a new identity and named it the Trump Organization. Unlike his father, Donald wasn't interested in building ordinary housing developments. His target was to reshape the Manhattan skyline. Before long, he started building luxury hotels and massive skyscrapers. The most iconic of them all was Trump Tower, where he immortalized his own name. He faced major crises in his casino investment. He sank into debt and stood on the brink of bankruptcy many times. Yet each time, he managed to get back on his feet by using his name as a brand. However, Donald had another passion in his heart: fame. He didn't just want to be on buildings, he wanted to be on the screen. He appeared on talk shows, guest starred in movies, and even stepped into the ring for professional wrestling. For the producers of movies filmed in his own buildings, he set one condition: I have to have a role in the scene. And finally, in 2004, the show The Apprentice carried him to the peak of television. That tough stance and his legendary catchphrase, "You're fired," were the first steps of the millions of followers he would eventually lead. His entry into the political arena was a move he had been planning for a long time. In 2015, when he announced his candidacy for president as the Republican nominee, his opponents laughed at him. But in the 2016 election, he crushed all predictions and polls to defeat Hillary Clinton. He was elected the 45th president of the United States. Throughout his term, he shook the world of politics: strict immigration laws, global trade wars with China, his withdrawal from the Paris Climate Agreement, and the historic North Korea summit. Every step he took made headlines. After losing the 2020 election to Joe Biden, many believed his political career was over, but they were wrong. In 2024, he returned to the field with an even more aggressive campaign. During a rally, he survived an assassination attempt. A bullet grazed his ear. The moment he raised his fist in the air, while his face was covered in blood, became one of the most striking moments in political history. He won the November election by a landslide, securing one of the greatest comebacks in American history and became the 47th president. Even in his second term, he continues to set the global agenda with his bold decisions. Beyond politics, Donald Trump is known for several unusual personal habits. For example, he has never exercised in his life. According to his philosophy, the human body is like a battery with limited energy that cannot be recharged. Doing sports, he believes, simply drains that energy. That is why he prefers using a golf cart, even on his own golf courses. He is also well known for his concern about cleanliness and his strong fear of germs. After losing his older brother to alcohol, Trump has said he has never consumed alcohol and has never smoked. His daily routine is equally unusual. He typically sleeps only 4 to 5 hours a night, works late into the evening, and starts his mornings before sunrise. Today, he is a leader sitting on a massive fortune of roughly $6.5 billion, has been married 3 times, has 5 children, and is currently married to Melania Trump. From a modest family real estate business to the most powerful seat in the world, from business icon to television celebrity to President of the United States, Donald Trump managed to change the course of history with every step he took. So, what do you think about his extraordinary life and the legacy he continues to leave behind? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a new release. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.